Let's do a quick mic check. I'm on my earbuds. Can you guys, earphones? Can you guys hear me? And can you see me properly also? Awesome. First of all, Taylor, are we on for Saturday?
Oh yeah,
We
it's
are.
happening. We're getting drinks. It's happening.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And Puria and everybody else involved at Beeloud, thanks a lot for having me. I am calling in from New York City on my phone at a tech event that is still happening. A close friend of mine was organizing at a VC office, and things were overlapping, and I didn't want to miss out on this. If you hear noise in the background and if the connection is not that great, I apologize in advance, but I am here. Let's rock and roll. There are so many things we can talk about. I can start a little intro about who I am and what I'm all about, maybe for 3 seconds. And then I want to hear what the group wants to hear more based on my experience and what I am capable of talking to you guys about. My background is film and music. I started my career as a musician. I got signed to Virgin Records, EMI Music, back in 2005. Toured around the world. It was awesome. And then I went to film school, was in the movie industry for about 10 years. I wrote, directed, art directed, and was a cinematographer on over maybe 100 different productions. That was also great. I was between LA, Vancouver, and New York City. I actually went to school in Vancouver. I went to Vancouver Film School. And it was a great time. It was a great time. I miss it. I wish I could come back and hang out. And then gradually my film career morphed into agency roles similar to Taylor's background. And I started a design agency called The Agency of Creative New York. Super long name, but we just wanted people to call us The Agency. And you know what? It worked. So the agency has been around for 7, 8 years almost. And then as of 3 years ago, I started another company called Brand Melody, which specializes in the music industry. That's a lot longer than 3 seconds that I said I was going to talk about myself. So let me just dive into what I can potentially provide as a value to you guys here today. And my guess is that most of you are founders or aspiring entrepreneurs that are here to be a part of an accelerator. Beeloud, which I think you guys are doing a great job, by the way. As of earlier this year, I retired from the agency world and I decided to dip my toes in the AI scene. And I started learning how to read code, how to write code. I started learning about APIs. I started learning about automations, and I started learning about what it takes to build a development team and build a product. And I learned very fast, and we had to, because when the AI revolution happened, somewhere between late February and early March, my team and I at the agency, we were looking at how can we leverage AI similar to what Taylor has been trying to do in our advantage. How can we get shit done faster? How can we use it to get ahead? And we tried all kinds of different ways to conduct the strategy frameworks using ChatGPT or create various assets on different platforms for our clients, but nothing was cutting it. And I got frustrated. And I said, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and build the world's first AI assisted strategy design and innovation platform, where an agency or a consulting firm can download all of their knowledge about what they know about the strategy world and design and innovation into our platform, train the model, create their own framework, and off they go. Keep rocking and rolling. So with that, we also added a whiteboard, we added documents creation, we added a place where you can reflect, just type away, and the words wipe off the screen, and then there's music in the background. It's for reflections, and many other little different mini apps that we've created. A cohesive platform where agencies and creators and entrepreneurs can dump all of their ideas, validate it through our studio, and then strategize it through the firm part of our app. And of course, there's a community aspect to this where every single agency owner or consulting firms or CEO or founder, whoever is becoming a part of our community, will have a chance to intermingle and talk and exchange thoughts and ideas with everybody else. I hear a lot, in the industry, in the tech industry, in the startup space. And that is the concept of product market fit, or it's why startups fail. And there are so many various different statistics that you can look at, and articles written about, here's 10 reasons why startups fails, or here's 20 reasons why this thing didn't work out and didn't become a unicorn and it had every opportunity to do. I've looked into this extensively, and I've probably talked to over 100 founders. And throughout my career, I have branded over 200 companies. That means I was one of the first people that helped them shape their dreams from the get-go. When they had an idea, they had registered the company as an LLC or an incorporation or whatever, and they wanted a face and a voice and a character to their company. I was that guy. I have been that guy for the last 8 years. Given my experience working with entrepreneurs from scratch, and also entrepreneurs specifically in the tech scene, there is one thing I've noticed: the difference that between the ones that succeed and the ones that they don't is only one thing. And I'll go to the Supreme Court to argue this, okay? All the way. It's called having a purpose. What does that mean in concrete terms? It means that you have come into agreement with who you are. You've come into agreement with what your company is all about, why does it matter, and what it is that you do. It's called the focus questions. 3 questions. What do you do? Why does it matter? And most founders, they miss out on this. Most founders, they are so busy and heads down, especially the ones that come from a technical background. Their aura, their power, their forte is when they sit behind their computers and start coding away. And they do that for far too long most of the time. And they create a product which is good. It's good. They wrote clean code, modular, fantastic code, 0 bugs and everything. But they missed out on knowing, why are you doing this? And how are you going to get this out there? So that's when you need to speak to a strategist. That's when you need to speak to an advisor. That's when you need to look inward and understand, what are you doing? Are you building a feature or are you building a brand? That's the difference. So I want to go back to product market fit. The term product market fit is super misleading. You're not building a product. A product is finite. A product is something that people will move on from. What they don't move on from is a brand, is a company that will gracefully waltz past the creators. It's a company that will go on for generations to provide value, or will gracefully close down their doors when they achieve their purpose. Understanding what is your purpose, what is your company's purpose, and finding your founder and aligning that together, that's the winning goal. Find out why you're doing this. What kind of a brand are you making or creating? Don't get so obsessed with one single problem. Become obsessed with solving a magnificent problem, a problem that most of the world has faced, but nobody found a solution to it. And then start from there. And I can tell you guys how strategists do this. One of the tactics to do that is to sit down and write an obituary about your company. I'm not kidding. Write down an obituary about your company and imagine how your company has closed down its doors 40 years from today, and then work backwards. And then once you do that, you will realize the potential that's within you, the potential that's within your team, and the potential of your dreams. And then you will realize what kind of a company you're actually making. Are you solving a general problem or a specific problem or a temporary problem? All those questions will come out of that. Of course, there are several more steps involved into how to come up with your vision statement and mission statement and goals and whatnot. But think about building a company or a startup in a more cohesive way, in a more holistic way. That's all I can leave you guys with today.
Thank you, Prince. Wonderful talk. Lots of wisdom to take away. Love the hat. Thank you for bringing it to the talk. A really good addition to it. It adds the whole branding and the credibility. So let's just move on to the roundtable panel. We got another guest speaker for our panel, Sam, and I'll pass it along to Bahar to start the panel.